Hello, my friends. We have a new host.
I think that's the only thing we need. By
That's
the
all.
way, I
Yes.
think, I think, hey, yes, yes,
Hi.
hi. You know that's the push we needed
Yes.
for this
For the
podcast
ratings,
explode. Mm-hmm. That's the key
this
element.
episode is gonna be perfect.
Just like that's it. That's it.
She's gonna take my
Viral.
spot.
We
She's
go
gonna
viral. We go viral. This
she's
clip.
gonna
This is a clip.
inherit Dyson Amigos.
Thank you for that, Sophia. You will start monetizing this video, so all money will be to your
For
pocket
college,
directly. Do not share with
for
your dad,
Kickstarter,
okay?
for future
That's the
Kickstarter.
only thing.
Yes.
Yeah, she will start a crowdfunding.
Yes.
Yeah, game found.
Correctly. Yeah. So
A
how are you, my
college.
friend?
Drunk because it's Monday. Sorry,
It is
Sophia.
Monday.
Don't listen to it.
Sophia, it's like you should drink more milk.
No, no. Yeah, I
No,
know. I know,
no.
but it's Monday. What can I do? It's been a hard day. It's been a hard day. It's been a hard weekend. I need something, something strong to start.
Correct. So something like whole milk, right, Sophia?
Exactly.
Leche.
Unfortunately, I don't have that something that strong right now.
Más leche. ¿Qué
She
más?
wants she
¿Otra?
wants more. One more round.
Ok. Dicen
Yeah, she
que
wants
no
one
hay
more
servicio.
round.
Ya se va.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye. Oh, thank you
Ah,
so
no.
much.
Solo fue dejar la leche.
Okay, cool,
Dice
cool.
que aquí está entretenido.
Good. That's great.
Pero ya es
Thank
hora de
you.
dormir. It's time to sleep. It's time to sleep. You're gonna say goodbye to everybody, Sophia? Bye bye. Bye bye.
You want to say
Bye
bye?
bye.
That's okay. That's okay. You can stay
Like,
here.
what do you mean bye bye? You go bye bye. I'm staying.
Yeah, yeah. That's
She
what she's
wants to be
saying. That's
part.
what she's saying, and we're fine with that. I mean, that's the only thing we need right now. It's just that cute element to our podcast. Too much, you know,
Chichen.
confrontation in the last episode. So we're fine. We're fine. I think we're fine.
All right, she left. Maybe for
Hello.
good.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank you for
bye.
that lovely
Bye bye.
introduction.
Buenas noches. Bye bye. Okay. Just like wait a minute. Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah, she was like, "Hey, I don't want to go yet. I don't want to go yet. What are you
Maybe
doing here?"
stay tuned. Subscribe to see the next episode of Sophia.
Yeah, she will start co-hosting, and I'm pretty sure from now on, every episode will go viral.
Of course.
I just have that
Of course.
sensation, that feeling. Anyhow, um, how about you? How
How
you
about me?
doing? Yeah, how's it going?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. It was a busy day. It was a long day of work.
Mm-hmm.
But things are moving forward. Things are
Okay.
happening, and that
Okay.
is really good.
Things
Um,
are happening. I
yes,
like that expression. Like, yeah, whatever is happening, good or bad, I don't know. I don't
it,
care.
it
It's
means that we're
happening.
somewhere else now instead
It's
of
happening. It's
we're
happening.
moving somewhere, and that's
Exactly.
important.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm very
We are.
excited because I finally was able to find the time and energy to get some solo gaming going.
Oh,
And I
solo?
actually posted a story in my Instagram. Oh my
Wow.
god. It's the first story
Wow.
of the year and we're only
It's
February.
That's the official comeback
It's
for
the
Dados
official
and
comeback.
Amigos.
Subscribe, follow.
They're back. He's back.
It's
Back
back.
in
I'm
the
back.
game. Yeah. Speaking of getting back, I would like to start a new section because this is very important to me. I would like to, you know, say thank you to a couple of people that has been very kind to me. I mean, I'm talking about publishers who have generously been sending some games to for me to review. Take a look on them,
Nice, nice.
and yeah, just generally speaking, I would like to share with you a couple of things very briefly, and also because I would like to not knock up, but show up a specific game to Axel. I have been like thinking
Mm.
how to present the game tonight. It's like I don't know, but I will start first with this small box that I received. So, which is the newest expansion for Obsession.
Oh wow.
Newest expansion for Obsession.
Characters
Brand new.
expansion.
characters expansions. So I'm still, it's not open yet.
Drink.
Yeah, shrink, it's in shrink.
Nice,
And
nice,
they also send me some metal coins, which
nice,
definitely
nice.
will elevate the gaming experience. I mean,
Yes.
give me metal coins. That's
Yep.
it.
Every
That's the
time.
ultimate upgrade I need on any
Every
game.
time.
So yeah, I met Dan Halligan, the designer of Obsession, at
Mm-hmm.
PAX last December.
That's
We
blocked.
had Yes, exactly. We've been in contact. That was not the first time I talked to him, but it
Mm-hmm.
was the first time I met him in person. So
Nice.
yeah, we talked and we had
So
some
did he send you the
fun.
game directly, or like, well, I guess his company?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, he's the one man
Did
only.
he
Like,
sign it?
no, no, I forgot to
Oh my god,
sign it.
no,
Yeah,
más que meeple.
I know, I know.
Oh my god.
It's one of the
Okay. It
requests that
just
I
means
have.
he needs to send you another copy that it's signed.
Right, exactly. No, but he's been very kind to send me all the expansions that I have for Obsession. He sent it over, so
Oh,
thank you.
that's really
And
nice.
then I also want to show you
Obsession.
this game from KTVG, which is
KTBG, that's like a Korean pop,
yeah,
Korean pop
like
music band.
as like, but
KTBG.
they are the people responsible for titles such as Mikey Master or Comfort Creatures or Fossilis. Um,
Mm,
yeah, Creature Comfort, I said, yeah, Maple
yep.
Valley. So there's a lot of cool
Nice.
titles that they have. So I also thank
Nice.
them. And a couple of things that I also received recently from I don't know if you know, but the Wise Wizard Games, they opened like a new separate partnership or brand. It's within the same company, but they like separating for some reason. I don't know exactly, but the thing is, it's the
For
same
monies.
Wise Wizard Games, but they are calling now this specific brand or specific yeah,
Branch of the
branch. Thank
company.
you, branch of the company. Wacky Wizard Games. So I
Wacky.
think Wacky Wizards Games. So you can even have
Nice.
this
Okay.
small wizard
All
here.
right.
Oh, hold on. We have an our lovely Wonder Meeple here
Adri.
tonight.
Hey,
Adri, you're
how are
frozen.
you?
Because it's very cold up
I'm
there. He's
frozen.
like, he was like,
Yes.
yeah, that makes sense. That's what happened here because we are freezing cold. So
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
stupid. That's what he said. So anyway, I was Adi, welcome.
Oh
It's
no.
good to see you here.
Welcome, Adri.
So I've been
Thank you.
trying to inaugurate this new section of the podcast. Just I probably will be the one and only time, but you will see why. So I was presenting some of the games that the publisher has been recently sending to
Hmm,
me.
hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I already shared the latest expansion for Obsession, Maki
Hmm.
Master from KTBG. Now I was started showing some Wacky Wizards games, starting from Pack the
Nice.
Essential.
Nice.
From
I'm getting that one.
You are?
yeah, so
Me
this is
Yes.
from
too.
this one in
You too?
particular is very special because this game was designed for she's still a content
Jacqueline.
creator, but
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline um, I don't want to give the incorrect account. I just know it's Pussycat Games. Yeah, we all both had Maki Master. You see, Axel, what are
Uji.
you
Uji
doing with your
Cat
life?
Games.
Pussycat Games. Thank
Fuji.
you. Thank
So
you.
no, I actually got this one from Magic and the Meeples. She relocated the game and she was selling
Oh,
some games and she started saying that through Instagram. So I got some of her games. I purchased some of her games. So that's
oh,
why
Nice.
I
cool.
got Maki Master.
Oh,
Yep.
Nice.
nice. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So next time I want to sell some games, I will let you know so you can buy them because I have a plenty of in stock.
I want to buy.
Oh,
Caper?
oh,
Aha! There
you
you
see?
go.
Caper?
Yeah.
It's a crossover
It's a
right here.
crossover.
The
Yep.
second crossover of the night. You see?
Where's
I don't know what. Like I said, what are you doing with your life? Um.
erasers?
Ah,
Aw,
yeah, that's the
that's
one thing we were
cool.
we all was expecting and waiting for. Next
Erasers.
thing is Push Penguin,
Push,
another
push, penguin.
recent release from
Push
Wacky Wizard
penguin.
Game. It's
Another wacky
so
wizard game.
fun. I have played this with my family and we
Let
really
me see.
enjoy it. It's just a push your luck game
Really?
with some dice, and it's just about to be mean with the penguin that is in the front. So you have to push them so the whale can eat the first in line. So you
The
win the
whale.
game. You win the game by being the second place. So you have
That's why
to
you
not
like it.
Oh,
That's
exactly
why you like it. Yes, because
exactly.
you have to
It's
be
for
mean.
kids. It's for kids, but it's
Mm-hmm.
so mean because you have to look
he
for
gets
the second
permission.
place. I know.
Uh-huh.
It's awesome. I mean, like you can see the faces of these crazy penguins.
He
So
gets the
here,
permission to be mean.
oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's exactly. I
Nice.
have this face every time I play with them. Like, yeah, I'm this guy.
That's
And
amazing.
well, no, not finally, but before. This is where I wanted to go right now because you can see this is
Oh
a heavy
man,
thing,
that is a
and
heavy
this is
game.
just special for Axel. I just want to
For me,
slowly.
Cycloides.
No, it's not for you, of course. It's just this is, you know,
Oh
yes,
no, my heart.
I know.
My heart. Ugh, ugh,
You got SETI. Nice.
Finally,
ugh.
so
Where you get it? How did you get it? Tell us.
I will tell you off the record.
Okay, off the
So I
record.
can
Okay,
Off the record.
I
so
can
I
give
can
you some couple of advice that
go
we both have been giving you like a ton of times. I mean, but
only
you can know
once.
only once my goals. But and lastly,
It's okay.
they I also receive an advanced copy. I'm available to share
Advance.
it. Advanced copy. They said it's a proto. Oh, not a proto. It's like not the final version, but it will be like almost final version
Nemesis.
for this
Misfit
Misfits
Heroes.
Heroes
Misfits
from
Heroes.
Oh,
AG.
AEG.
OAG. Back from death.
AG.
Look at that. Look at
Yeah,
that.
they're rebranding everything and they're
They are
now
back
consolidating
from the death.
Back
the
from the
uh,
dead? They were dead?
relationship with the content creators and the media was dead at some point, I think. But
What's that?
they
Oh.
came back from that, and there we go. I'm so excited because this is a deck building game, kind of like. So I love deck building game. I
I have a
also
lot
received, and
of
I
games.
forgot to bring
Jeez.
the other deck building game that I received lately that I play and I really like it. But I will share
Mm.
with the audience through my Instagram account because that's the next review that I will post probably tomorrow. So let's wait for
You'll
that.
have to start purging some games, my
I know
friend.
it's that
Giveaway
season.
time.
It's that season. I
Giveaway.
already I also made a giveaway. Probably you
He did.
also missed it.
He did.
I missed it.
Yeah, of
Seti?
course. No,
No. Why was the SETI?
I'll probably will ask them if they can sponsor a
Seti.
city giveaway
Seti.
Probably
once I
they
reach
can.
the
No, they,
3K follow.
yeah.
But for that, there is still some work to do, and
Ooh.
Very
fine.
Oh,
nice.
I
Very
need to
I'm
nice.
do
going.
that. Now that I
Me
reached
too.
3K.
I mean,
Good idea.
3K?
I've been trying to get there for a while and still
What?
not there. But
For a
let's
You
while.
guys you
Yeah,
guys are
me too.
amazing.
and I know, particularly
We
I'm a
are.
I
big
know,
Me
fan.
too.
I knew
Big
already.
fan.
But anyhow, I'll just going to start with the
All right, well
uh,
that's it for
regular
today's
program.
episode.
Regular
We'll
program. I
see
just want to
ya.
share with you that this particular week I was not able to play again with my group of friends because they were out of the town. So I sadly um, I was not able to play games with them. Stop
Sad.
doing that. It's been like now it's like this kid face
No,
all
no,
the
no, no.
time
You
at the
gotta use the
beginning. And
full
like,
technique. Full technique.
Has to
no,
be the full technique.
the full technique. No, no.
No.
Enough cringe for me. And um but like I said, I was able to try this deck building game
hmm
that is based on a bestseller novel series,
hmm
and the game is called Mistborn. Mistborn
Mist
from Brother Wise
born.
Games. So it's
Next
a
one.
really clever deck building game. There is always like all the deck building games are the same. Just get the cards, your 5 cards,
Get the
Mhm.
then
points.
use some for buying more cards and some others to do something else. But pretty much it's just use them to acquire more cards, get rid of the ones that you don't like at all, and then just try to improve your deck. In this case, I like the way that you have 3 ways to win the game. One is reaching 3 different tracks that are different every game because they're called missions. So every game
Hmm.
there are set up 3 different missions, and if any player reaches the top of the 3 tracks, that moment the game ends, and whoever reached the top of all the 3 cards is the winner. The other way to
So
win
it's a
the
race.
game is by, yeah, that's one part. The other part is defeating, knocking out the other player by
Mm,
reducing their life to zero
that
points.
sounds
So
like
you
the type
can,
of technique that you like using.
but straight, I mean,
Knockout.
all, but this is the tricky part here because the time I played, I won by reaching the top of the tracks and not fighting, which is very
What?
rare. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
You?
I
You
got
not
Not
fighting?
surprised.
fighting. Not fighting.
I
That's
know.
not
That's
I
your
just
game.
wrong.
I was just trying to I was just
It's not
fighting
you.
for not dying, but not to actually cause damage. It was like a secondary path to follow. So it was like against my nature. I know this
Mhm.
could sound very weird, but that's what
Mhm.
happened. And I mean, that's why I consider this game is really cool. This also include a solo mode, but also what is clever is the mechanic because you have like several tokens, and whenever you want to activate one of the cards that you have in your hand, you have to use one of those tokens that in this game are called medals, and then you have like a limit number of medals that you can use every round. So as long
Hmm.
as the game progresses, you will be able to use more medals. But at the beginning of the game, you will only be able to play like one medal, which means one card. But that's another beauty in the game. You can also use cards as medals. So you
Mm.
can either use the cards for their effect or for the medals associated with that card. So you can activate more cards. So it's like, wow, it's cool.
Options.
I'm not,
Options.
yeah,
Options.
options. Yeah, it's
Options.
Mhm.
really cool, really cool. I played with 2 players with my wife, and it was like this. We know that we have, but the combos are all also there. So it was at the last turn. It was an explosive turn when I reached the last step of the third track by purchasing a card in the market and um, going up 5 steps in one turn, like directly 5 steps
Damn.
all the way up.
Cheating.
So it was probably, but that was, and my excuses, that was the first time we played, so
Fair
that
enough.
is. So that's the game that I wanted to share with you because I just got really good experience playing the game, and wait for probably tomorrow for my review and some pictures and
Review.
my thoughts about the game. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Very nice.
That's my report. What about you? Whoever wants to start.
Who? What about you, Adri?
I was supposed to actually receive that game, but it was sent to my another address in Costa Rica, so I'm not getting it.
Oh,
Oh, oh, which
sadness.
one? Mistborn?
Miss Fern, yep.
Oh no.
Sadness.
And the worst part
Sad
is
news.
that has an actual solo mode, so you can even.
That's the worst part. That's the
I mean,
best
for
part.
Mhm.
because I know she mostly
That's the best
plays
part
solo
for
games.
me.
Exactly
That's the
for her.
best part.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah.
Oh
I
man.
guess I'll have to wait for a bit. Yeah, try to
No,
Okay.
probably
intercept
just
it.
reach them. Maybe reach them and see if they can. I don't know.
No, maybe. I don't
Hopefully,
know.
hopefully,
We'll see.
hopefully. Hmm.
Okay.
But I don't. It's the first time that I don't have anything to report other than Board Game Arena, and the games that I've been playing are mostly the same games that I've been talking
Very
about
good.
before.
Okay.
No, but at
So
least
Perfect.
you
Middle
keep playing.
Ages, yeah,
Middle
Middle
Ages.
Ages is great.
Mm.
Yeah, been playing Middle Ages, been playing Nar. I've been playing
Nar.
Narf.
Nar.
By the way,
Nar.
you hear that is back in stock from
Oh, nice.
Pansaurus.
Really?
So it
Pandasaurus games.
yeah, it was
Oh my god.
out of stock for a while. Now it's
It's
back in
back
stock.
in stock.
Yeah, yeah. They
Nice.
Nice.
sent a notification saying that it's back in stock. I was pretty excited to see if I will be able to have a copy because I really love the game. I really like it,
Yeah,
and this is one of the games that I really want to try with my friends.
great. The
Hmm
castle combo, and we started a game of Distilled.
Distill.
It's
We are
still, oh
playing
yeah, right.
Distilled.
We have
I
like
am
two round,
distilling.
or the first round. We're still in the first
I'm
round.
kicking. I'm
We're
kicking
still in the
butt.
first round, yeah.
hmm hmm
But yeah, those are the games. And you didn't ask me for the amount of games that I have in Board Game
That
Arena.
we haven't reached that point. We
71.
will. Don't worry. We
71.
will get there. We will get there. No,
70.
I would say based on the last conversation we have about it like this, I think you are on the 63.
71.
61.
What?
I
No.
won.
Not
All you.
possible. She closed
Oof,
a
I
couple.
was this close, this
She
close.
canceled a
Mhm.
couple of them.
You
Mm,
see?
very good.
Wow.
Very good.
Yeah.
How about you,
Yeah.
Axel? Tell us.
What about me?
Yeah,
What
what about
about
you?
what
Tell
about me?
us. What have
Yeah.
you been playing?
What have I been playing? Well,
Mm,
as
Why?
I as I hint as I
I saw
hinted a
some
little bit
stories.
earlier, yeah,
Mm.
I watched one story. Yes.
One story,
The
like
revival of the account.
mhm,
Yes,
the
I
reactivation,
decided
the
the
comeback.
reactivation. Well, I
Mhm.
was like, you
Mhm.
know what? I have all these campaign games, epic story kind of games that are cooperative, but you can play them solo. And I was like, I just look at them. I'm like, oh, I wish I could play them. And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play them.
You
I'm
know
gonna
what?
play it.
And you know what?
Mhm.
You
Yes.
can actually open the box and put it on the table and play it instead of just looking at it. And that's what
Sure.
I did. I put it on the table
Ooh.
and started playing, and I lost. I
Against
lost
myself, I lost again
against
against myself.
against the seventh continent. That's what I've been
Oh,
Wow.
playing.
wow.
Yeah, it's an
Mm,
older game. I think it's from 2018 or
mm, yeah.
2017. It
So
came
it's
out.
been sitting
Oh
uh,
yeah, oh yeah,
in your shelf of shame for what, six
for
years
five
now?
years. Yes, it's a
Wow.
classic now. I was I wanted to
Five
wait until
years.
it was a classic for it,
Oh my
to play it.
god. Jeez.
But it's really good. It's a survival game. You have this deck of cards that represent your life, but
Mhm.
you have to use those cards to do actions on the island. So eventually, you
Mhm.
need to do some actions that allow you to put cards back in the deck, right? Because otherwise, you run out of life.
Mhm.
Uh, and all while you're trying to solve the mystery of the course in the island. So you're trying to make progress on the map. So yeah, I didn't leave the very first part. I was about to depart that area to the next stage, and then a shark attacked me and I died. I
No.
failed to survive the shark attack, and then the second time I kind of understood the game a little bit better. Understood that you gotta keep track of,
Okay.
you have to use the deck better. There are some cards that allow you to bring cards from the discard pile. Anyway, there are ways to like play better. And
Mhm.
so I did. And at this point, I have progressed to the second stage, and I'm really excited because I was able to hunt some animals and recover my deck. So I'm pretty much ready for the next stage. But it's definitely like a multiple session kind of game. Every time I play, I spend like an hour, maybe 2 hours, and it's just it's a single campaign
Mhm.
uh, game. So it's just gonna take a couple of scenarios, a couple sessions
Mm.
to finish. But that's exciting. I really like it.
So, do you really? My question here is: do you really think you're gonna finish the entire
Yes,
campaign?
yes. And actually, it's only one. So the way the game plays is that you have multiple like courses that you can try to solve.
Okay.
So pretty much you can think of each one as a mini campaign.
Okay.
So
Like
each
a
one of
mission.
those can be
It's
multiple
missions.
sessions. Yeah, missions. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
And from the rule book, I understand you can also mix multiple courses or multiple
Oh.
missions in one scenario to make it harder on yourself, right? Because normally you
Mm.
solve the mission and you won.
The rule book specifies like if you hate yourself, you can mix
If you want
match
to
the
play this
courses.
forever,
Yeah, if you really
but
hate yourself that much, don't hesitate. Put
I,
all
I
together in
definitely,
one scenario.
I
No.
definitely have the goal of finishing at least, the first one, the first mission, and successfully, and then try to
Yeah.
look at the other missions and see how that goes. Because
Mm.
it turns out that I also have the seventh citadel waiting
Ooh.
in the shelf of shame. So, but it felt wrong for me to start playing the seventh citadel without playing seven continents. So that's why I decided to start from the beginning.
It
Mm,
was it was like just because I don't want to do the things wrong. Maybe
Yes,
it's something that I missed from the previous iteration of the
yes,
series. I have just to, you know,
mhm.
apparently play the game
yeah.
and
Because
then
I
just
wonder,
finish it.
I wonder if
I
you
like,
play the second version and then go into the first one and be like, oh, this is like much simpler or like more, or they made this better, and now I'm not enjoying the first one as much because I have this second game expectations. Whereas if I
Uh-huh.
play the first one, I was like, oh, this is the first time I see it, it's great. And then I see the
Mm.
play the second one, it's like, oh, they made it even better, right?
and you were pretending pretty much. You were pretending that you like the game so you can actually enjoy the other one.
Maybe. Well, I guess they could make it worse. It's a
Maybe.
Oh,
possibility.
wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe.
I
But
was
yeah, that's the only thing I've been playing besides, BGA has been great. I've been playing quite a bit of,
with who? With us? I don't think so.
no,
You have
you
our
guys don't want to
tables.
play. You guys don't want to play Arc Nova
No,
with
come on.
Marine expansion. Oh my god, amazing!
That's
I
the
need
only
it.
that's the only thing
I
that I know
need
for
the
sure.
Marine expansion in my life. It's great.
Why? But so it could be sit on your shelf of shame
So
like
I
for
can
3 years
sit
or
next
so.
to the Seventh Citadel and look pretty.
Exactly. So you can watch on your shelf of shames like a
Yeah, no,
decoration,
it's
like a
great.
pretty like I know that game is great, but even though I will not put it on the
You know
table.
what other games on BGA available right now?
What?
Revive.
Oh no way, really?
Oh yes, way.
Mm.
No
Yes,
Yes way.
way.
Yes way.
yes,
Yes
way.
way.
We should play.
You
Yeah.
know what?
Yeah, I love
What's
the game.
on? Do you know what's on VGA?
What?
What?
White Castle.
Ah,
No,
yeah, I heard the news. Yes, yes, White
not
Castle
possible.
is now
It is
available.
on
Yeah,
VGA.
yeah, it is.
Oh my god.
I have the game. Well, I'll say that, but I've been trying to put the game on the table like several times, and for one
And
reason or another, there's another game that comes up front. I was like, I know,
Mm,
especially because I don't know why, but for some reason every time I try to learn the game by reading the rule book, it's like I don't know, something
too
distracts me, and it's
much.
like I cannot complete reading
So
the
you're
rule book.
asking me to make a
Then,
how to play video.
then I try to watch some videos. In fact, I was looking at the Maple University studio,
Yes.
and and I was able to understand, and I think I now can remember and I memorized the setup pretty much,
mhm.
but I cannot pass that part. So every time I
Mask and
was like,
meeple.
oh my
I think
god,
you need to take
Shame
off,
on
take off,
you.
I
take off
Shame
the
know,
on
mask.
you. Shame on
You
no,
need to
you.
take off the mask so more air
probably,
comes in.
yeah, I
Because
need
I
some
Yes.
I
fresh
heard
air
it's a
through.
great I heard it's a great game, so you should be able to
I heard
play it
it's
in
okay.
real life.
I heard it's terrible from other our friends. I'm not saying it's terrible. I think I really want to play it and try by myself because our friend Josh says it's like a terrible game. He's like,
Mr.
no,
Josh. Dr.
yeah,
Josh.
Josh.
he says like it's a
Lord
game
Josh.
for
Sir.
people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he said, I mean, he has a really negative review about the game, but I personally want to try it
Wow.
myself because I also been reading and listening other people saying that the game is good
Mm-hmm.
and talking about that game. It will be uh, like one of those games that will comes later for the main topic or part of the main topic of our episode, which is the dual trend, because it's been announced that it will be a dual version or a dual version
Oh,
of that
Enjoy
game. So it's
okay.
like
White
version.
Castle.
one more.
Like
Wait,
Castle
are you
Duel.
Like seriously,
wait? Are you
one more,
kidding?
another one.
No joke.
No, no, no joke.
For
That's
real?
real. It was on the Beer's official
Why would
site.
they do that?
White Castle Duel, yeah.
You see? Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Hmm.
But
Oh my
let
god.
leave that topic for later. In the
Okay.
meantime,
Okay.
um, yeah. So it's been pretty exciting. I don't know why. Yeah, I remember now what I wanted to ask you, Axel, because I remember you had or you received. I think it was late last year. You
Yes.
received Sleeping
Yes.
Gods, the second game.
Yes. Distant Skies.
Distance Sky.
Amazing. I don't know. I haven't played
You
it.
tried? Have you
No.
tried?
Hasn't
No.
tried it. No.
I'm telling you, I'm playing Seven Continent. I can't play two campaign games at the same time. My brain is like
But,
Smoosh.
but you know
smush.
it's like completely different. You can
Smoosh.
just it's,
My
it
brain
just
is smush. My brain can only hold one rule book at a
one
time.
yeah one at a time.
When I play another game, it just
Uh-huh.
gets
It
passed
push
on
the
a
other
new
one.
rule book.
You're like Homer from The Simpsons. You every time
That's
you
not
learn
happening.
something,
No.
it
Yeah,
Just
pushes
goes
that's not.
something
away.
out. Yeah, it
He,
pushes
he
something
barely
out
Just
from
he,
there.
he
something.
can barely he can barely play board game arena and
Boom,
one campaign game. So
boom.
Exactly. Yes.
That.
It's too much. I'm old. Okay. It's
Mm.
it's it's heavy on my brain.
you're
Yeah,
old.
right.
I'm old.
Yeah.
Imagine what am I then? Jeez.
Jeez.
Oh, this
Jeez.
is start getting like okay. Let's move on because
Let's move on.
this is
Yeah.
gonna turn.
Hmm.
This looks like
Hmm.
could turn in a nasty way. Anyway,
Let's do it.
we are not here to talk about nasty things unless we turn
Unless
that out because love also could have its nasty part. But at some point, we are not putting
it's
that
talking
right
about
now.
breakups. Yes.
Ex- yeah, yeah, somehow.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's
Yes. Of
let's
Um,
course.
say
Of
let's say
course.
breakups. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, breaking that involves breaks somehow.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
in the meantime, let's move to the main topic of our episode because it's
Because
almost February the 14th, which
14.
means,
What happens?
I
What
don't know,
happens in
just,
February
What
14th?
happens?
you tell me, you propose the topic of
Um.
the episode.
I don't know.
It's
Oh,
Valentine's
right.
Cake?
Day. Come on, for God's sake.
Valentine's
Valentine's
Day.
Day.
Days
Come
of the
You
on.
guys
Valentines.
celebrate Valentine's. That's cute.
That is cute. Más que
Wow.
Aww.
mico.
Come on.
Aww.
No, not again. No, no. I
Very
knew.
nice.
I knew.
Well,
No, it's not.
well, Valentine's is for love and friendship, so I guess
Yes.
Yeah,
I can
right,
There you
celebrate
go.
right.
Valentine's with
There you
friends.
go. See?
With friends. Yeah,
Yes,
there you go.
yes.
Hmm.
Sometimes that
There
happens
you go.
too. There is a yeah. There's friends with
Hmm.
beneficial.
Just
Yeah,
friends.
just
Just
friends. Good.
friends.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Just friends.
cool.
Nice.
Anyhow, so yeah, that brings us to the topic, and we want to talk about some games, or I don't know if we can call our favorite two-player games, but at
Mm-hmm.
least some that at some point we have tried and we just liked or love to play, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that will be the first part, and then we will move to the second part topic of the episode. So let's
Yes.
get started. And what about if you start Audrey this time? Tell us,
Adri.
just tell us about some of the games that are destined for two players that you have played in the past, recently,
In the
whenever
future.
in the timeline, and or that
Multiverse.
you planned or you heard that are great and you want to play that are specifically for two players now that we are in this season.
Season of two player.
Season,
Season of
season,
two player game.
spicy season.
Like okay, okay. So some of the games that I have on my list for favorite two player games, just to let you know, the first one is Caper Europe.
Ooh.
Caper.
So
Yep.
she gave some
Is that
spoiler in the
cooperative?
beginning of the episode.
Spoiler alert.
That's
No,
not co-op. It's two,
no
one.
stop. One
No.
versus one.
Oh my god. Nice.
And it's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's really
Nice.
cool game. Really cool
Yeah.
game.
The second one I have is Radlands.
Radlands is
The
one of the
first
favorites.
the
Radlands.
first yeah, one is one of my favorites. The first time I
Radlands.
played it, It was just magic.
Is this the game that Masky Maple is in love with?
Yeah, I think I had Radlands on my top three two-player games of all time until last year.
What happened?
Now I think I have refreshed that top three, and I think it's
No,
now pushed a little
gone.
bit. No,
Not that good.
still in the top 10, but it definitely is not longer on the top three. I'll tell you why
Oh,
in a minute when it's
sadness.
my turn. But it
Sadness.
doesn't mean that it's not good at all or is like now garbage. No, it's
I
really
only
cool.
play top three. That's it.
So there is
If
no
it's
chance.
not top three, doesn't
Wow.
exist.
No,
Mhm.
it's not
Damn.
garbage.
No, no, no. I'm not saying that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's garbage. I'm just saying it's now
Okay.
being pushed out of the top three
The
Mm,
in my
worst
list.
garbage.
right.
It's getting
Closer
close.
to
It's
garbage.
getting close to the dumps. Yeah, it's
God,
like this. It's getting close to the dump.
rough. It's rough.
But
Another one that I want to mention is Seven Wonders Duel. It's one of my
Seven
favorites.
Wonders Duel.
Yeah.
from the
That one's
greatest,
great.
from
That
one
one's
of the
top three.
greatest game designers of all time, Mr. Bruno Catala
Bruno
Mr.
and
Bruno
Catala,
Catala.
Mr.
Mr.
Stackladies. Oh my God.
Antoine
Antoine
Bauza.
Bauza. I
Best
haven't
name.
Antoine
played
Bauza.
the Lord of the Ring version, but I want to.
You should. You should.
I
It's
know.
really
Mhm,
nice.
mhm.
Again, that escalates from, well, yeah, keep going.
Yes.
Keep
Yes.
going.
You got it.
And I haven't actually played this one in real life, but I liked it. Hanamikoji, I think it's called.
Oh,
Hanami
nice.
Koji.
That's
It's
a
what?
real that's a
Hanami
real
Koji.
Hanamikoji
Hanamikoji.
Hana
About geishas.
Mikoji.
about Asia's. Yep. I liked it,
Damn.
but I haven't been able to play it in real life. Just Sport Game Arena. And I
Nice.
really
Oh,
enjoy
yeah, yeah,
playing that one.
yeah. We played that one in, yeah, I remember we played that one
Yes.
in BGA.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Correcto.
Yes.
That's
And I haven't been
correcto.
able to play Everdell Duo, but I think that's gonna be one of my favorites as well. And most likely Azul Duo too.
A school has a duel.
Wow.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah.
What?
Pretty much every game now has a dual version of a dual
Wingspan
version.
duel?
Yeah. Well, actually,
That's
one of the
Wingspan
expansions,
Asia.
the Wingspan
Yeah.
Asia has a dual version for Wingspan.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. That's true.
That is
I
crazy.
told you, every game now has its
There should
own
be a
dual
spec
version.
like this duel.
Those are the games on top of my
Where
mind right
is
now.
Really cool is really
nice? Very good. Very good.
ridiculous. No, really cool is also
Ridiculous.
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 Ridic.
Ridiculous. It's for a Harry
You're
Potter
a
fan.
wizard,
Mm-hmm.
Masky
Oh,
Maple.
we are,
Hello.
we are,
We are
oh,
wizards. Yay.
we are Potterheads here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Cool.
of course, of course.
Anyway, let's move to Axel. Axel, tell us
Let's
what is
move to
your
Masky
top.
Maple.
No, I'm sorry. I told you first.
my
There is no
top,
way.
my top.
Your
Your
top
top
three,
three.
because you don't have anything else to
I
share.
can give you a top two.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Out of the top three, I can give you top two. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That
Yes.
works. I mean,
Well,
yeah.
I can tell you about one that's interesting for
Mhm.
especially talking about Valentine's Day. Have you
Okay.
heard about
That's
have
gonna
you
be
heard
Axel's
about
famous phrase.
Yeah.
I forgot about it. I forgot
Oh
about it.
come on.
We'll have to come back to it. Yes.
And the other one that is
And the
also
other one,
your top two.
is
Yeah.
yes. Oh my God, where is your eraser?
I'll show you. I can take out from this one too. It's
You
coming
know
from
what?
this
Which
box.
one I really like? That was very interesting too, and it was cooperative.
Which
Which one?
one?
Axel.
Sky Team. Sky
Sky
Team.
Team, nice.
Sky Team. Okay. Yeah.
Sky
Cool.
Team.
Cool.
Yes.
That's a
Cool.
really good
Yes.
one, yeah.
Yes.
What else?
What
That's it.
else?
That's your top three
That's
out of
it. That's my top
That's the
three.
your
top one.
one out of two.
Your top one.
No, I told you
Yes.
you have homework to do this afternoon, and you
No, no, no,
still.
no, no. I was sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
I was sleeping. I never, no, nobody ever, no, yes,
No, yes.
no,
No, yes.
yes.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
while you do some research that I am pretty sure you're still conducting right now
History,
because
yeah.
you want to remember through
Google,
some
help me remember.
exactly help me remember right now.
Google.
So I'll share with you right quick my list of two-player games, and I think I am on one of my favorite. I'll say mechan. It's considered two-player. Is considered mechan. No, it's just player count.
Yes,
So
It's player count, yeah.
player count.
player
So
count.
although there is a bunch of games that for me works better with only two players,
No.
in this case, we are only trying to talk about games that are specifically for two players. So the most recent game that I really enjoy and pretty much replaces the Radlands game, in my case, is Compile.
Oh, compile.
Compile.
Yeah,
I
you
So
need
think
that. Where
you
you
Compile,
get
mentioned
this?
you mentioned
Send it
that.
to me.
this little box
Send it to me.
contains a card game that pretty much, as it sounds, it's about compiling protocols,
Compile.
in this case cards, but you're competing head to head to with the other player to compile your tree projects. But it's a
Mm,
such clever, mean system in which you play cards and you can mix match the different decks contained in this box, and the replayability that offers is just amazing and huge because even when I have played like I don't know several times this game so far, still cannot find a unique or more powerful combination of decks that works better, one with each other. It depends mostly on how you improve or take advantage of your cards every game. So it's that clever feeling that almost feel with games such as Res Arcana, for instance, when you have just a few
Res
cards
Arcana.
and you have to manage,
Mm-hmm.
in the best way how to use those cards to maximize your turns and your resources and make your a lot of points. So all those kind of games are immediately part of my favorite games because for me it's like a sign of such clever work on those games. So that's why I've been enjoying a lot, and I love to play these games so much. A part that is very portable, as you can see, is just a box, and if
Mm-hmm.
you just take out the cards, you can travel with the cards and play whenever you want. Of course, there is a mat specific for this one that I'll always use at home because it's always good to have a mat or whatever
A
the
mat?
upgrade you can get for
No.
games like this. But still, it's just a card game, and you can just travel with the box anywhere you want, and that's it. You don't need anything else. So that will be one of my favorites games that I have for two players at this time. Another one, I would call this not just one game, but a mechanism of games. That's what I wanted to show at least two of them right now. I'm talking about like games like Caper Europe and Katmai. And the third one that is pretty similar to me is, as you mentioned, Hanamikoji.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, all these three games that I have played are pretty much this, not the same, but are pretty similar because the goal of the game is you have to play cards and locations and pretty much try to gain um, or it's like area control for each one of the locations. So you have to win every location by playing cards, and whoever has the most influence on the specific location is the player who will win this particular area and gain the benefits from it. So these three games are pretty similar. I recently reviewed Katmai because that's also one of the games that I received as a review copy from Osprey Games. I really like it. The art is amazing, but I also put it in that review that Katmai is for me. I felt the same. as playing Caper or Hanamikoji because it's the same mechanic. So that's why I wanted to put all three together just as part of the mechanic that I really enjoy and are pretty similar, but it's still very enjoyable for two players. So these kind of mechanics like area control or scenario, or yeah, you know, kind of area control or influence in specific locations is cool, and I really like it. And the third game or the third,
Compile
um, that's the one. That's the other one.
for
Yeah.
free?
No,
$20.
what are you waiting
That's
for? It's there.
that's not free.
It's not
It's,
free, 1995,
I
but it's
mean,
super cheap.
yeah. I mean, for what
Get
it
it,
is, I mean, it's the
get
fun
it,
you'll have.
actually get
The
it.
Do you
fun,
recommend it?
of course, 100%.
A hundred
Um,
percent.
100%, 100%.
Damn.
And a game that I think I forgot to mention last time we talked about games or similar games like this one. It's a game that I forgot that I enjoyed a lot when I played,
Hmm, hmm,
and I really I really hope that I can bring it back to the table soon. Although I
mm.
think will be very difficult, and I'll tell you why. The game is Twilight Struggle.
Twilight Struggle.
So Twilight Struggle
Nice.
is a two-player games that recreates Cold War, and I love the game for two reasons. Because it's about Cold War, it's a story game.
Hmm,
The art is just okay because pretty much the cards are pictures of historic events,
hmm,
but
hmm,
gosh, the mechanics, the game flow, and the gameplay itself is fantastic. It's really an area control game.
hmm,
You have the map and you have to influence in the different regions around the globe and pretty much win for whatever faction you are cheering for, either the Soviets or the Americans, and you pretty much just try to defeat the other one and not making the world going
how
nuclear.
does the game end? I have never
Uh,
played it, but I've been
it's
curious
been,
about it.
it's been years since the last time I played.
What?
I know that's crazy, but like I said, I
Wow.
really
We can
enjoy it.
play on
And
VGA.
it's not in BGA. Come on,
Is it?
no, it's not. No, no.
Sad.
But I know that there's an app for that game.
There's
So
an app.
yeah, I think there's also another trend that we should talk about maybe in other episodes
Next
about
Monday.
how some board games have been translated to apps or to
Yes.
digital versions. But
Yeah.
anyhow, but the game, I think the game ends whenever you reach certain influence. Probably I'm wrong, and most probably I'm wrong. But what I remember clearly is that
Okay.
there is a certain number of rounds. So I think probably if after a certain number of rounds you win by having difference on influence on the board, you win the game. So it's a head-to-head combat, head-to-head play. It's just great because you can play cards even if the cards are not specifically for your faction or for your yeah, I'll call faction. So you
Hmm.
can even play cards that are for or have like Soviet events, but use it when you are playing as the the capitalist side
Mm,
on the board. So the way that plays, it feels really clever as well. It feels really thematic somehow if you are really into this kind of game, historic games. It will drive you mad at some point, like, oh my God, yeah, this is this event. I really like it. I'm really like the way it's been driven. I don't know. I just like it. Um, so yeah, that's why I wanted to mention these games. Of course, there is now a bunch of games that are specifically for two players. But on
yes.
top of that, my absolute favorite, I think, it's Seven Wonders Duel, and now the one that I played with the Lord of the Rings version,
Mm.
I think is my absolute favorite
Nice.
two-player games. Two
Excellent.
reasons: the game is just amazing by what it is, and second thing is the theme on top of that is
Of
just like
course. Yep.
level up. next level for the game that was already great,
And
and the
now
way they adapt to the theme was amazing. The art in the game, the components. The only thing that I always will complain about is the storaging in the box is terrible, terrible. But
terrible.
other than that, I think, I mean, it's just a minor thing. It's not that I won't play the game just
Mm,
because it's very
Terrible.
was
annoying to
not.
put the pieces. Even when there's like separation for the component stuff, I think for the game, like, come on, you have spent a lot of, I think, a bunch of money for a good production in the game. I don't know. That's my only concern. Anyhow,
Very
that was about me. So back to you, Axel. I know
Back to
you'll
me.
have
Oh
something.
my god.
I know you have something else you want to add.
Yes, yes, yes. Have you heard about
Yes,
a game
of course.
A lot of
that
games.
came out on Target specifically? It was a Target exclusive game.
Hold on,
Target, like the store.
hold on. Yes.
It's been a while. I think it's from 2019 or something like that. And it's a two-player game about role-playing relationship. Role-playing a
Mm.
relationship.
No, I was
So it's
thinking
it's an
on
interesting
something else.
hybrid between
One
a
Fog of
role
Love.
playing. Yes, Fog of Love. There it is.
Oh,
Wonder Meeple. Yeah, 10 points for Wonder Meeple.
Yay. 10 points for Gryffindor.
10 points for Gryffindor.
we
Um,
go back.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes,
no,
yeah.
okay.
So that's it's an interesting one because so you are role playing this relationship between you and your opponent. Well, it's the other player because it's not really your opponent because it's interesting because the game gives you like goals, right? Like, oh, you want to become this and you have these aspirations and this is your personality. So this makes you happy. And then your partner, your other player has like their own goals and aspirations. And you will be presented with events and you have to choose like, an outcome. And depending on the outcome, you advance on certain categories on the main board. And at the end of the game, uh, you you figure out if you guys ended up together or not together, or if you accomplished if you were happy or if you give up your happiness for the relationship or for the other
Oh,
player. It's an interest. It's more like an
this feels so
experience than
real. This sounds so
yeah.
real.
It's so real.
Oh man. So
Yeah,
you can
it's
even
interesting.
reflect your real life in this
Well,
game.
that's the thing. It's a made up relationship. It's not your real
Or
relationship.
maybe for now it says the book. You can
I
even
guess
match.
you could
Yeah,
play with, don't give goals or anything and just bring out the event and and choose with
mm-hmm.
your own real life decision.
You can
So that's one.
you can play with your partner or the other player and follow the whatever the card says. We will follow that no matter what. We'll make it real.
Mm,
We'll put it on the
no,
next
no, no,
level.
Mm.
interesting. Interesting.
Woo!
Uh,
Break up.
break. So that's one. That's an interesting one. And then
Okay,
another
that's
interesting one,
interesting.
especially if you're into Star Wars,
Ah,
is
Oh,
Star Wars
yeah.
Rebellion.
Rebellion is for two
Star
players?
Wars,
No,
the deck building game is
No,
for two
no, no.
players.
Star Wars Rebellion.
Oh,
It's a
Rebellion is for
Rebellion.
not
huge.
to play. It's not for two players specifically.
It is for two players. Look it up.
You know that game, just to let you know, that game Fog of Love.
Uh
Now that now that you are explaining the game,
Yeah,
like building up a relationship and all of
yeah,
that,
yeah.
reminds me of this game that I played that is called Decorum.
Decorum.
Decorum,
That's for two
right?
players that you
All
have to
right.
guys just
That's
try
right.
to
Huh? Forgot
decorate
about
the
that
house,
Decorating. That's true.
yes, yes,
giving
that's
It's
right.
an
actual
excellent one.
hints and just not
Passive
saying
aggressive.
passive aggressive
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
to
Nice.
agree on the decoration of the house, which
Mm,
is really funny.
Lol.
Yeah,
interesting.
That one's cool. That one
it is
sounds
really
cool. I've
cool.
been wanting to play it.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
Now,
fun.
but
yeah, yeah, good call, good call on that
Mhm.
one. Now,
Star Wars,
allow me to slap Axel on his
On the
face.
face,
Star Wars Rebellion.
Here it
it's to the
says
core.
I
clearly.
only see the
See?
part that says best two players. Very nice. All right, let's
There you go, people.
I'm
Thank you
asking
for
people is
following
correct.
us. Yeah, thank
You
you.
can play
So,
4 players, Star
Two,
Wars
yeah,
Rebellion,
best two
mm,
players.
but best of two. I played
that's
it with
true.
Dante, and we had a good time. Dante the
Yeah,
boss, if
that's
you
the boss.
guys
And
are
the
unaware,
boss.
Of
the boss,
course.
el jefe,
Mm-hmm.
and
He still owe me money, but yeah, that's okay.
yeah,
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 that's
he's the boss. He owes money to everybody.
fine.
Um,
That's why he's the boss, right? I mean,
that's why he's the
That's
boss.
why.
that's why he's the boss.
Yeah.
Cool, cool.
Another game, and of
Mhm.
course, I also liked Seven Wonders Duel. It's great. It is great. I have not had the chance to play with the expansions. I think that would be cool to
Oh
do.
Oh,
no!
Oh
What are you
I
yeah.
need
doing with your
expansion.
life?
Oh yeah.
Do you actually have the expansions?
I have no,
Okay, I would like
no. I don't have them. But if I did, I wouldn't play them.
get out of the streaming right now and go and play that game because if
Yes.
in case
Right.
if you will say that like yeah go
Yes.
and play
All
the
right.
game
But
right
there is
now.
one other game that I think is really, really clever. 2 players, and it plays fairly fast, but
Okay.
very, very, very good. Very, very good. It's called.
Yes.
Brum.
I don't remember what it's called, but one day we'll talk about it.
Oh my God, Axel.
No, it's called something like Land, Air, and Sea. Land,
No.
Air, and Sea.
Oh, land,
Um,
air, and sea.
I
that
Yes.
think
one,
it's in that
yes, yes,
Yes.
order. I
I
don't
know
remember
that
if
one.
it's
Yes, about
sea,
it's a
air,
war
land. I
game.
don't
It's
know.
a war
Yeah.
game.
It's not a
Yeah.
war game. It's just a silly.
No,
Land,
so
air,
we're
and
talking
sea.
about different games. Let me look for
I
it.
think there's a game that's called Land, Air, and Sea. Yep.
It does have war theme, but it's a card game, and I think they are
Yeah, it's a card
reprinting
game.
it.
It comes in a small box. Yeah, I
This
know.
one.
It's
Yeah,
yeah, that
that
one,
one.
right?
Air, land, and sea. Oh my god, I had the wrong
I'll
order.
share the screen. Okay, give
Yeah,
me one second.
Airlines is amazing. It's so good.
There
You
you go.
it's a
I'll play it.
very simple game. You have 3 areas, so it's an area control game. You have 3 areas, and you have a deck of cards, and each card can be played into one of the 3 areas, so either the air, the land, or the sea. And you play rounds versus your opponent, and one like you win the round if you control 2 of the 3. But what's very interesting is that if you think that you're gonna lose this round, like if you just drew like bad cards, because you take all those you see the 6 cards of each color, you take that, shuffle it, and then that's what you give to both players. So we
Okay,
cannot have the same cards,
okay,
if that makes
I got it.
sense, right? There's
Okay,
only one copy of each. So if I have all the
okay,
sixes, I have a good hand.
mm-hmm.
uh, but it's not that easy because the cards themselves have effects, like they allow you
Okay,
to swap cards and trade cards and move cards between,
mm,
you can make it complicated, but the basic is you're trying to take control of 2 of the 3 areas. And the part that I was going to talk about is that if you think that you're going to lose the round, you can decide to forfeit
okay,
and be like, you know what, I give up this round, I surrender, and so then the opponent gets points, but not as many as if they have won the round. Does that make
okay,
sense?
mm-hmm.
I think
Okay.
the card, yeah, the card that you can see on the
It
screen that says first
it
player.
doesn't make sense at all, but I got it. I got it. Yeah, I follow the
If
mechanism.
you
I
go back
think.
to the previous picture and you
No, I
see the
won,
card
but
that
yeah,
says,
okay.
you
Mm-hmm.
see the card that says first player, second player, and it says like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, how many cards uh, left in your hand, and it says 4 to 6. Then your opponent
Okay.
gets this many points, right? So if you went through the whole round and you decide to surrender at that point, then they win more points. So
Okay.
that's why it's interesting, because if at the beginning of the round you're like, oh man, I only got ones and twos, I don't think I'm gonna make it, then you can surrender, and then the opponent only gets 2 points instead of 6.
Okay.
Oh.
I see.
And I don't remember how
Interesting.
many. I don't remember to how many points you play to. I think 10. I think 10 points. Um,
Hmm. So
so yeah,
so then
and
it sounds like another variant of the game that I already talked about, like scenario influence, kind
yes,
of like these
yep.
games that you play cards. against your opponent,
Yep.
and whoever has the most points or the most influence on
Controls the
whatever
area
game it
and
is
wins the round.
wins the round. Yeah, I think
Yes.
it's now I'm realizing now how common is this mechanic now
Yeah.
different variants and stuff, but it's
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
there, implemented in a lot of games. Cool,
Yeah.
cool, that's
Yeah.
cool.
And that's it. That's all. That's all I have. No more.
Perfect.
No
All
less.
right.
So,
Beautiful people, before you continue,
mhm. Damn it.
Adri, no.
show must go on, as the
Show must
song,
go on.
but I have to go
She has to leave us.
because I
Yeah,
have to work. I'm sorry.
she has responsibilities, not like us.
Adulting.
Exactly.
Yeah, I am adulting, so I have to
Mhm.
No.
leave you.
Well, good
Before
luck.
I go, I have two additional games I want to mention.
Okay,
Go for it.
bring it back.
Jekyll versus Hyde. It's a great
Mm.
game.
Ah, mm-hmm.
And the other one I want to mention is wait, I have it. I have it here. Time
Wait
Division.
for it. Time
Time division.
Division. That's a really cool game. Yes.
Time
It is really
division.
cool.
Time Division is clever too. Yeah.
It
I
is
played
Oh
that
really
my
one.
awesome.
god.
And the
Yeah,
art in that
So
game
many
is
games I had to
it's
play.
cool.
fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah, it's really cool. Really
two
cool.
players, all both two players.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah. Not like Star Wars Rebellion, which
Star
someone
Wars Rebellion is
recommended.
2 players. I
Two to
think it
play.
depends on the version you have. If you have the
Ah,
Mexican
yeah, of
version,
course. Yeah, yes.
it's a two
If you
player
have the
Mexican.
duet version, if you have the dual version
Star
that
Wars
will be
Rebellion
released
Duel.
in the next 2 years, yes, that probably hit. Okay,
Pleasure
thank
to
Uh,
be
you.
with you all,
Bye
Thank
everyone.
you.
and
We hope
see
to
you
see
next
you
See you
next
next
week.
Monday.
time.
Yeah, thank you,
Bye
Bye.
everyone. Thank
bye.
you. Bye. So that's it so far, I think. Now let's just continue to the second part of the episode,
Go for it.
which we have mentioned at the beginning of the streaming that we will also will like to talk about because it sounds now kind of weird how the industry is being moving towards that. I personally have my own thoughts about it, but I'll share with you after Axel, you know, tell us what he thinks.
Hmm.
But what we wanted to talk about now is about this tendency or this trend, um, movement or idea to create two-player version of certain popular games. Games that personally some probably I understand better than others that have their version for two players specifically.
Yes.
But for others, I think like I don't know, man. I don't think what's the idea behind it. But we'll
Easy.
talk about that
Easy.
more in
I
depth.
tell you.
Tell me. Oh,
Money. Money.
yeah, that could be the main reason.
Oh yeah, money. It's
I
always
think
a
that could
reason.
be a reason. But seeing that there is a lot of also good game designers, like we were mentioning, the great Bruno Catala
Bruno
working on
Catala.
creating such a new version of those games, make me think
Yes.
that they are really trying to push for, but it's like a boom right now, like a
It's like a
boom of
boom.
dual game.
Yeah. You
And we
know,
can
we
talk
had
about some
the
examples.
legacy campaigns. We had the that's it. That's all we had.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
Well,
But now, I mean, we can just mention some games right now. Like recently, there was released Splendor Duel, uh,
Splendor Duel.
Everdell Duo.
Caper
We
Duel.
well, that was uh, anyway. Um, we had
Wingspan Duel.
although Wingspan doesn't have like their
Long
standalone game
Gaiden.
for two, they have included version for two player, which I think that is the best way to put a version for two players as part of
Oh,
an
that's the
extension.
thing. That's the
Uh-huh.
thing.
What
That's you hit the jackpot.
I know, I always do that, but I personally think that would be the best idea, not to make us
Yes.
buy a whole new version of a game that
But
could
that's the
be.
problem. You don't have if you do it that way, you don't have to buy another version if you want to play two players.
I like I said, I get. I get it. Like if you don't have the main game or the original game, and you normally play with two players, and if that game will be less expensive to purchase than the original game, I get it. But
Hmm.
still, I don't understand, or I cannot understand fully what is the meaning or the purpose to create now, specifically now in time, a lot of version for those games. And I
Yeah.
know for sure there are a lot of games. Like for instance, we talk about White Castle, they will have their own version of Duel. Azul, for God's sake, do you really think Azul need a two-player
I mean,
version of the game?
I wonder how different they are uh, from the original port. You know, like are they really just like this, the two version of the original, or is this like a different game?
They're supposed to be a different game. There for sure there will be some differences, but still this is the dilemma. If you are the owner of the base game already, because
Hmm.
most of these games
Hmm.
are hot games or very popular games that
Yes.
most of the gamers or the people that are really into the hobby
Yep.
already owns or have played. So most probably they own if they really like those games. So
Hmm.
if they already have those versions and probably they have like something new developed specifically for two players, I don't know if they will have that problem with having the same game or pretty much the same game, even if they have like a small twist or small additions or adaptations or whatever changes
Yeah.
in the rules or mechanic adapted only for two players. That's my only thing. Um, I know games like Azul that we talk, but in some cases, I have read about really good um, reviews and videos talking about games like Splendor Duel,
Yes.
which that are saying that Splendor is like kind of boring game for some people, saying like, nah, just drafting the chips and trying to get them whatever,
Right.
and the
Right.
Duel version makes it like fun
Better.
or
Yeah.
better or trying just to escalate the game. But think about it, Splendor is a game that has been now for forever, like forever,
20
right?
years
And that's probably one of the main reasons why you wanted to change something, because if the
updated.
game is being like outdated now, you wanted to maybe
Well, and
rebrand it
I guess
somehow.
another example is like Seven Wonders
Mm-hmm.
and Seven Wonders Duel. They're quite different, right? You're still
Very,
making set
mhm.
collections, but they're they feel different.
Very different
I would
because
say they're different games,
exactly that total. I think
right?
the only thing that they share in common is the wonders.
Yeah,
That
a
you're,
little bit of the mechanism, right? Like
yeah,
you're still trying to do set collection. You still have the same type of cards, and you're trying to collect them, but you go about it in a different way. You're drafting in a different way. You're still drafting.
correct.
Uh,
Yes, but the main mechanic of Seven Wonders that makes the game so popular on the time was like this drafting mechanic that makes it
yes,
popular.
yes.
Play with a lot of players and just take a card and then pass the rest and try to create and improve your tableau every time. I mean,
Hmm.
you have the same goal with the dual version, but this completely different the mechanic because you're drafting from the center of the table, not with the other player.
That's correct.
Which, but I think
Changes
that
things.
that was clever. It was really
Yeah,
nice.
because you can see what's out there, right? Like you can make decisions from future cards.
Exactly, and you can even count how many cards are still there and what is the next time you can take
Yeah,
the other card or
more
not,
tactical.
what are the probability. So it's
Is
more
there
like
any
open.
dual version that you are like that you have played that is like this feels like the two-player version of the original and not that different?
That's a really good question, and I
I haven't
think,
played many dual games, that's why I ask you
well,
this.
let's put example for instance, Everdell Duo.
Everdell Duo. There you go.
So Everdell Duo, I think honestly,
Honestly,
I rather prefer the original version for
there
two
you go.
reasons. Two reasons. One, um, I play much more the original version, and I got in love with the main mechanic of the game, which is with so few resources and things at the beginning of the game, you can actually create much. You can
Hmm.
actually go out and collect resources and then uh,
Hmm.
make your own tableau, yeah, try to create your own tableau in the best
Hmm.
way possible. With certain limitations, that's right, but in this particular game, it feels even more restrictive. It's like
Mm.
the actions are more limited because even every time you play a certain type of card, one of the markers that are marking the round
Hmm.
will advance. So at some point, one of the players could, I mean, I don't, I honestly don't think that scenario could be that often, but it's probably a
Could
scenario.
happen.
It's a
Possible.
problem. Yeah, it's a scenario that could happen.
Hmm.
Um, you could end with a lot of frustration because the other player basically blocks you to play a card that you really want to play and you are ready to play, and just because the other player reached or make the marker to reach the end of the track,
They got it.
that will not allow you to play the type of card that you want to play.
Oh
So that,
man,
yeah, no, I mean,
it's
like I
rough.
said, yeah, it's tough. It's tough, and also maybe somehow I think they are thinking in a more strategic way. Like, okay, if you're really trying to mess up with your opponent, you probably want to not only create your own tableau by adding some cards that
Hmm.
works pretty similar as in the Everdell base game, but also trying to not allow the other player to complete their own tableau or to make their tableau better. I got it, but I honestly think the thing that at some point you ended a turn or a round with your resources ready to spend,
And
or
nope,
you're preparing
the night.
all together, yeah, it's more restrictive. And I
Mm.
really like the way the Everdell works in the way that, I mean, yeah, if you are done with your turn, if you're done with the season, it's up to you. I still
Hmm.
have things to do here. I'm not moving to
Yes.
the next one until I'm ready, until I think that's
Oh,
my time. There is
that's
no
cute.
pressure at all.
That's cute.
And that's one of the things I like in that game.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I mean that's just an example right now, but yeah, this is not, once again, this is not a criticism against the games itself, because I honestly haven't played that many games in the dual version. But still, what I'm saying is that looks like is a tendency now to create versions of certain games that I have played for two players, even when
Hmm.
they allow more player count, a large player count, a larger player count, but it still works fine. And I don't see the point to make a dual version. Probably after I played some other dual version of those games, I played and say, oh, okay, now it makes sense. But it still looks odd at this point that for some reason there's a bunch of games that have released their own dual version. I don't know. That's
Do
my
you think we are reaching the limit of
the
board game
end, right?
creation?
At some point, I was thinking the
And
same.
now we
Like
have to
they're just
recycle
like yeah, like we have seen everything already. Let's just make or try to
remake.
squeeze as much as we can, from what we already have
I
and
mean,
know it's proven.
yeah, it's. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. There we have. I feel like we have explored a lot from the board game
Hmm.
mechanics.
Yeah.
So it's hard to imagine like what can come next, right?
And I'm pretty sure we don't want to sound pretentious, at least you, but in my case, it's totally fine with me. But after we've been playing, like you said, a lot of games already and
Mhm.
explore options,
Mhm.
like we can now compare some games and say, okay,
Mhm.
these games feel like some others. This game,
Yep.
it's very rare nowadays that we can say that there is a game that really jumps out with
Yeah.
something new. Something new.
Yes.
I think the last one
Innovation is very difficult
I think the last one and
nowadays
the
in
most
board games.
recent one that I remember playing with this mechanic or that something that
Caught your
feels
eye.
new,
Yeah.
really new for me was arcs. Like I said in the previous
Frosthaven.
episode,
No.
I won't argue that. But no, arcs, because like I said in the previous episode, arcs, you can play or this trick
Fell
taking
fresh.
mechanic. It's
You know what?
cleverly
I need to
included.
play it. I need to play it now.
You should play it. It's really
BJ.
cool.
Start table.
Ask them to create a beta for
A
that game.
beta.
But yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right. It feels somehow that they are trying to squeeze and stretch you know,
The limits
the limits. They're just pushing to the
of
limit right
creation.
now. I just wanted
Push
to
it to the
mention. I think
limit.
it's very interesting, and I would like the people who's watching us at some point or sharing that they can share their
What they
thoughts and
think.
see what they think because I
Yeah.
think it's very very interesting the way
I
it's
think that
working right now.
one day we need to talk about board game creation. Like we should look at the stats, right? Maybe in BGA, maybe in BGG, they have like
The
they
same.
probably have a stat of how many board games get added to their database every year, and it should
Mm.
be exponential. But maybe maybe we have reached the peak, and maybe there'll be less.
Or
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll see. Well,
yeah.
anyway, it's been good to live through the peak.
Yes, best
the,
moments.
in this roller coaster, it like feel like it's like the
It's like the
roller
stock
coaster.
market.
It just yeah, pretty much. I
Stock
feel like
market.
I feel like I'm
Stonks.
the
You
Bitcoin
feel like a
graphic. Yeah,
Yep,
the
that's us
cryptos in a crypto
living in a
graphic.
Bitcoin world.
Anyhow, it's been fun. It's been really nice
It's
to
been good.
exploring all these things.
Yeah.
So let's just close our episode by our most
Thanking
celebrated section, which
thanking our
is Chismecito,
sponsorships.
the sponsorships and the
Thank you for
Chismecito,
everyone that
Chismecito
sponsored.
part,
Chismecito.
Chismecito part. So
Chismecito.
bring it on. Don't tell
Bring
me
it
you
on.
don't have anything because
I have absolutely
nah,
nothing
come
to share.
on.
Nothing. Because I have not been in the streets, listening to what people are saying.
So you don't even have listen or listening or watch or whatever it's
No, sir,
called about the
nothing.
game.
Oh my god,
You didn't
Sacrifice
know.
by is it
that-
out?
yeah.
Is it finally delivered?
Mhm. So it's here. It's here, baby. It's
It
here.
is. It hasn't arrived yet.
Did you pledge it?
Nah, El Jefe pledged it,
Oh, okay. No,
and
I
it's
think
getting
it's
here.
been delivered
Not true. Not
in
true.
some countries, I think.
Lies.
So it looks
Man, it
great.
looks
I
amazing.
really,
It
I
looks
would
amazing.
really like to try this new version because the other one
The
really
other one
looks
was
old.
perfect.
No, what looks
No,
old,
the other one was
old.
perfect. Honestly, you know what? I
What?
we played this. We played this. Did you play it in the live through playthrough? I
No,
don't,
I have no. I wasn't invited to this one. You
you were
invited
not
someone
invited.
else.
Sad.
Yeah. You
Uh,
were.
we played this and it was good, but
Mhm.
I would prefer to play the old one.
Oh, really?
Yes, I do like
Hmm.
aesthetically this new one. It's very cool. Feels very
Okay.
refreshed, updated, but they made it simpler.
Okay.
Which it
Okay.
makes it faster. It keeps the essence of the bidding and the control,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay. See.
I
Hmm.
think I liked the roughness of the previous rules.
Okay. Okay. I see.
Yes, but I do
Well,
appreciate that they put all the expand. Well, that's the other thing. Like they
they
took
put it all
some
together,
rules
right?
from
Like
the.
they create like a big box. No?
No, no, they from the base game they took out some rules, they simplified some of them, and then they
Hmm.
borrow some components from the expansions
No.
into one. So they just made one game, no
Mm.
expansions, but they
So I think
borrowed some rules and components from the original expansion. So I
that
thought that
sucks.
they were gonna bring the expansion somehow, but
Like a
the
big
way they
box
did it was just,
altogether. Hmm.
yeah, just select components to make the box.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's
Mm.
why I was like, this is like it's not like a remake. Well, I guess
Okay.
it's like a remake. It's not like a reprint. It's a remake, right? A
Okay.
simpler, maybe updated to
Hmm.
make it.
So the first version is now out of print. Is no longer being printed.
I I don't know. I'm
I
guessing.
think
I
so. I
haven't
mean,
looked.
if
I
they
haven't looked.
if they're creating a totally new one, I don't think
Yeah,
there's a reason why they keep printing the old one. That's
yeah.
strange. Well, I think what they were trying to do is what the Stonemeyer Games made with Viticulture. With the
The
Viticulture, and
essential.
they with the essential, right? With they included
Did you
some
get to
parts
play
from
the
the
two
Titanic.
versions?
What? No,
Did
no.
you get?
I just heard what the original Viticulture doesn't have before
Mm,
the essentials. So the
mm,
essential edition. So and after they released the
mm.
essentials edition, everyone was like, "Yeah, that's what they this game needed." Is like
Just get rid of
they
something.
fix it pretty much. They fix it,
Okay. I mean,
and I
to be
because
honest,
they should like
it's been a while
complement.
since we played
Mhm,
it, so I don't remember exactly what rules they took out. But I
mhm,
remember the feeling of like, okay, like I understand what they did. It feels, more straightforward.
mhm.
But I think I like the complexity, roughness, tedium, like
Right,
I don't
right,
know,
right, right, right.
more
The
difficult.
carnita.
The
Yeah, we need that.
carnita, the
We need
previous
that
ones,
in the
because
games.
I think it
Yeah,
went
yeah.
from like it lowered the complexity for sure.
And also, I think if you have played the original version, it will be more difficult for you not to compare and to find these
Yeah,
differences with the new one. But if you are a new player and you never played the original Cyclades, maybe you will find this game more accessible, I think,
yeah,
more dynamic somehow,
yeah. I
probably.
can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
probably the
I need
reason
to
why they
look
make it.
again. I need to look at my video again and see what changes.
Just to
Go
give
watch
a
it.
couple of more views to the video.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
go watch it on Dados and Amigos YouTube channel. It's in
Okay.
Spanish, by the way.
Okay.
Um,
If you want to practice bad Spanish, by the way, because I'm
yes,
pretty sure, yeah, I miss that. There's like this full language all the time. I had fun. I have fun playing this live. We should bring it
we
back
should
some
bring it
point.
back. Summer,
Um,
summer. We're bringing back summer.
summertime. Okay. Yeah.
It's been
You hear
promised
that?
by Jefe.
You hear that? Exclusive. Yeah.
Exclusive. That's a chincito I have.
Yeah, that's Chivasito. It was fine. That give us something at least to share with the audience. Yeah, yeah, as always. Well, anyway, it's been fun. We
Yeah, it's
had
been great.
a blast as always. It's been fun
We
to
blasted.
be talking about games and things that we know already, things that people maybe know already, but for those that didn't know, now they know.
Now they
That's
know.
good. I'm glad. I'm glad we are that beacon of
Of course.
wisdom for
Of
you.
knowledge.
Yeah, there we
Knowledge.
go. There we go. All right, there you go. So another successful episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. For those who joined and for those that will do in the next days, weeks, years, whatever. Thank you for being here. We promise to try to be this constant from now on. In
Yes.
try to not skip
Join
any
us.
episode
Don't be
from
scared.
now on. Yeah, don't be scared. It's
Don't be
fun. It's
scared.
fun.
It's
I
okay.
promise.
We're not gonna quiz you.
Not for now. Not
Not
for
for
now.
now.
Not for
Maybe
now.
next episode.
Maybe.
It'll be a
Maybe.
surprise quiz. Pop quiz.
Mhm,
There you go.
mhm. Yeah, yeah. We can. You know, if you have followed us for a while, you know we cannot keep our promises because it's very
We always
hard
keep our promises.
at some
And if
point.
we don't
At
keep it, it's
some
because we
point.
didn't promise it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty much why. Anyhow, thank you for being here. I hope you had fun. If not,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a
Play some
problem.
games. Play
Yeah,
some
play some
games.
games. That's why you have games. That's what you're
Yes.
following us at. Well,
Yep.
thank you, my
All right.
friend. See you. See you around.
See ya.
I'll see you next
Bye,
episode.
everybody.
Bye,
Bye
everyone.
bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Please don't do the stupid face.